Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Students, this is a topic we have A levels transformation. Okay, so I wrote already all rules here. If we have a translation parallel to x-axis, so we have this criteria, okay? And this negative sign is fixed. These two negative signs is fixed. If this positive A, so it will go right side A units. If it's a negative A, it will move left side A units. And if inside the bracket, this is called translation x-axis. If it's not inside, outside a bracket, this is called A units upwards. This is called A units downward due to negative sign. So this is a translation. What about reflection in x-axis? So we multiply a whole equation with negative sign. And what about reflection in y-axis? We replace every x by minus x. Okay, so here multiplying whole equation with negative. Here replace every x by minus x. Second last, stretch parallel to y-axis. And whenever y-axis comes, so with a, we multiply outside the function, outside a function. And what is the stretch factor? We should write not as if, we must write stretch factor, and that is a time. But if stretch parallel to y-axis, sorry, this is x-axis, I have to change here and make it here x-axis. So if it's x-axis, students, what happened? 1 by a comes in the bracket. Make sure outside the bracket is y-axis. Inside the bracket is, inside the function is called is an x-axis and reciprocal. This, if 1 or a, we must write a here. Or if we have a here, then this must be 1 by a. So these points are very, very clear. So this concept is clear, and let's talk about. Have a look here, student. This is October 2021 second variant. And the question is, graph y is transformed of the curve this. The graph is this. Okay. So x, this is a parent function, and after transformation, we get this. So describe fully two single transformations that have been combined to give a resulting transform. So let's see what happening here. You can see there are two things are here. One in the bracket 2 times, and I just said you in the bracket multiplying factor is called stretch factor. You can show again to you. You see, if is inside the bracket is multiplying, so that is reciprocal is a stretch factor. I think you got a point. And negative a means going down. So let's have a look now once again back. So this is what is this 2x represents. This is called, so we can say here, and first of all, stretch. Okay, stretch parallel to x-axis. By stretch factor. Have. Okay, because it is a reciprocal, we must write. Okay, so this point is clear. Second number, he says second part, this is one number. Number 2, I said before, outside minus sign. It's called translation. By 0, -3, because we are is moving downwards 3 units, that is why. Okay, 0 -3. So is the 0.56 lies on transformed curve. It means it lies on this. It doesn't lie on the original graph. No, after transformed curve. This is after transformation. Okay, it means after stretch parallel to y-axis, and after translation, we got this result. And he's asking say the coordinates of the corresponding point of the original on the original curve. So very common thing here. So this is a stretch parallel to y-axis half times. And this is translation goes down 3. Okay, -3 or 3, same thing. So because we are looking for just before, it is first to stretch parallel to y-axis, then it's going down. So we have to talk about this is original point, this is transformed. So after trans, we've got this, but I need back. We need a back answer. So how we can go backward? So this way and this way we go backward. So let's see how we can get it. It means in this situation, so this -3 will go backwards +3. So it means actually the point is 5, 6. So and this is half time, and what is the opposite? Reciprocal is double time. So the reciprocal of this is 2 times, and reciprocal of this is +3. So I think clear. So we will add in this 6 plus 3, and this 2 will multiply with that. So 5 into 2. And that is why we get answer 10, 9. I repeat again, you want to just check it. For example, this is original coordinates, which is 10, 9. So of this original coordinates here, okay, after transformed, we get this answer. So check it. If I make it half, I get a 5. If I from 9, if I reduce -3, I get a 6. So it means after transformed, we get this. And before transformed, we get back. I hope so. You got this point very clear. And let's go for next question. Now we discuss the order of transformation. It's a very important point. So let's discuss. We have one example to understand. So T1 is expressing the translation by 0, 3, and 3 is naturally along y-axis, because above number, the upper number represent x-axis and below number representing y-axis. So 3 units upwards. T2 is expressing stretch parallel to x-axis, stretch factor 3, and parallel to x-axis, this arrow represents that it is going the right-hand side 3 times. Okay. T3 is a reflection in y-axis. This arrow mentioned it can go up or down because reflect in x-axis. So we can and check now here. Let's say there's a testing time here. I apply there's a just a random number I have taken. I will apply T1 and T2 in 2 different ways. First T1, then T2, or first T2, then T1, and then we'll see that what result same comes or different. So T1 apply on it. Translate 0, 3. So this means there's no motion on X, only Y coordinate with 3 add. So this 2 add in this, I get a 2 back. 3 add in this, I get a 7. So now I want to apply T2 on it and stretch parallel to x-axis. You know, when x-axis y coordinate remains same. So this y coordinate will remain same. And this 2 is a stretch factor 3. It will have a 6 coordinates, okay? Because we are stretch the point 3 here, okay? Now, but let's see if I do the reverse. So first I do stretch factor is a 3. So this 3, 2 is a 6. And for example, 4 remains same because I said you that parallel to x-axis y has no change. Now, if I want to do, so this is a, for example, we have a T1. T1 is a translation 0, 3. So it means we are going down, okay? Sorry, we're going up, okay? What is happening then? So it means this is coming 6 and in 4 add 3, we got 7. You see, they are same. It means if you change the order, so order not matter here. Reason is very clear. So because this is going above y-axis and this going x-axis. So if they are going in opposite directions, so order not matter. Okay, so that is the first rule I just explained here. So if there are two different kind of transmission in a same direction, then order matters. But you see here, I have taken if the two any kind of transmission in different order, different directions, then order does not matter. For example, we have done reflection in y-axis. Y-axis means going up. Okay, and followed by a translation is x-axis. See, this up and this right, because they have different directions, so order not a matter here. And another example, we go translation y-axis, it means go up or down, and followed by a stretch parallel to x-axis. It goes up or down, but this goes rightwards. So it means this again direction is different. If different directions, so order does not matter. But now another criteria, if two different kind of transmissions but in the same direction, then order matters. For example, reflect in y-axis followed by a translation also y-axis, so both are going on the same direction, so then order matters. We have to be careful. Okay, and translation along x-axis followed by the stretch parallel to x-axis. Again, they are in same direction, so order matters. So this is a criteria. We can see here, let's apply now. We can apply these two because they are in the same direction. So look, this is a y-axis, also y-axis. So let's try to do it. So I'm applying to for T1. So naturally, you know it very well, 0, 3. So because translate x, no change. So this 2 plus 0, no change. I got 2, but 4 plus 3, I got a 7. T3 is what reflect in x-axis. What happens? So we can see here the y coordinate reflect in x-axis. So it means how much up, down. So x remains same, but y value will change. When any point reflect in x-axis, for example, this point will reflect here, x value will remain unchanged, but y value will become sign negative. So in this sense, so 2 remains same, and this 7 becomes -7. Now we would do reverse order. You see T1, T3, 3, T1, opposite reverse order. So let's try T3. T3 is reflecting in x-axis first, so 2, -4. I said before, x remains same and y sign will change. And now I'm applying T1, so it means it goes up. So 3 units upwards. So I have add 3 in this. So 2 remains same and I get a -1. You see, they are not same. They are different answers. So it means if order changed, answer is different. So you learn one thing here because they are in the same direction. So let's go back to definition. If we have two different kinds of transmission, make sure different. Different is very important. Okay, if the same kind of transmission, then we have different criteria. If it's a different kind of transmission in the same direction, like both YY or both XX, so then order matters. Third rule, if we have two same, not different, same kind of transmission and same direction, then again it does not matter. For example, stretch parallel to x-axis, stretch parallel to x-axis followed by, because they are same and they are same direction even, so dot does not matter order. Translation parallel to x-axis followed by translation parallel to x-axis. So again, it's not a matter. You do this first or this later, or this first or this later, no effect comes. So this is our 3 rules which are very, very important. And these 3 rules we have all together. So alhamdulillah, I hope so you got a point very, very clear. So now we have a order of to solve. What is order to solve, students? We normally look at a mention here. If one is multiplying and one addition is, then we must follow bid bas, or you sometimes called bot bas. So first we will do a multiplication, okay, after, and then like a stretch parallel to, it is outside, so parallel to y-axis, a stretch factor is A. And then secondly, we go for addition factor. B is translation and y-axis. So it means multiplying factor first, because according to rule, multiplying first, addition and subtraction later. So first this one and this later. But if we have a same situation happen in the bracket, that is outside a bracket, inside we go reverse. So bid mass will becomes, so this will go this condition. So first we go the inside sum, addition, subtract, addition, and multiply. So it means we go reverse order. So it means in this option, we will not try first C. No, we'll first do D. So D is called translation, and you know it very well. This is a translation. Addition is D, or it is translation in parallel to x-axis. And then we go for multiplication, that is called, stretch parallel to the x-axis, sorry, because inside the bracket. Outside the bracket is the y-axis. So I believe you got this point also clear. This order to solve is a very, very important. Now we can go for some practice. Okay, so I'm going to discuss now October 2023 11 variant in question number 4. He says in this question, transformation R denotes the reflection. So first of all, reflection in x-axis, first number. So reflection x-axis, it can be up or down. It means y-axis. Okay. And translation T denotes the translation 3, -1. You get here translation, but thing is important. This -1 is also along y-axis. 3 along x-axis, but this one represents downwards. So they are coming in the same direction. And number 2, they are different transformations. One is translation and one is reflection. So it means in this situation, order matters. So this is also another example of we can understand from here. So this graph, equation of this of curve with equation y equal to x square. Basically, y is x square is graph. I'm going to show you this graph. Okay, the graph comes like this, and wait a minute. So basically, this is graph y is equal to x square. Okay, he says this, that after it is transformed by sequence of transformation R followed by T. So first we reflect it in x-axis. After that, we go for translation. So let's see what happens then. So condition number 1, when we go for reflection x-axis, what we do. So let me explain to you. First of all, reflection x-axis, we multiply whole equation with -1. If you want to see, I can show you here. So you see reflection in x-axis multiplying whole equation with negative, okay, negative sign, multiply whole equation. So let's go back. It means this whole equation multiply with the -1, I get -x square. So then this graph will reflect, and the diagram will become what kind of diagram? I show you. Okay, so this is a y is equals to -x squared, just sake of your understanding. Okay, and then he said followed by what? T. T stand for translation 3 and -1. So 3 and -1. So what is the method to do this kind of thing? Negative bracket open like this. Okay, and we have this is a fixed sign. You know, this is a rule fix. If I want to show again, once again, okay, look at here. These signs are negative, and I repeat again, these signs are negative fix. So, okay, this will go right side plus and left side negative, but this sign is fix. in translation x-axis especially. So let's go back. And he said this is a 3. So that is why this is a positive 3. So here this negative is fixed. So I write plus 3 because it's going right side. And this one downwards. So I will write like this because it expressed that is going downwards. Okay, so finally, if we write equation, so this turned to be negative x negative 3 whole square negative 1. So I hope so you got a point. This concept is very clear, and let's go for next part. Next part is saying this is name is given by him is g of x. So I can write it here, g of x. Now he's saying equation y h of x is a same equation of curve has been transformed by the sequence of transformation t before or later. Here r before t later, but here opposite reverse order. And I'm sure the answer will become different because they are in same direction. So, I mean y-axis. So let's try. This is my actual question. First of all, I will go for transformed by the t. T stand for this is. So let's try to do that. So what is the technique? X negative power 2. And you know, this is a fixed sign. And what is this? 3 rightwards, 1 downwards. So this plus 3 and negative 1. Negative 1 is y-axis and this plus 3 is x-axis. Okay, this is very clear. Okay, because you know when you go back and I show you once again, this is negative y-axis and this is a positive a because negative sign is fixed. So I think point is very clear. Now, after this, and what answer I got it? X negative 3 power 2 minus 1. What he said followed by R. And what is followed by R? Reflection in x-axis. And you know, multiply whole equation with a negative sign. So what it turns to be? It turns to be like this. This. So finally, it is called h of x, and I'm writing his h of x. So negative x minus 3 whole square and negative time to negative positive 1. And you can see this answer and this answer not same. They are different, especially this is different. Okay, I hope so. The point is very clear. And let's go for last part. State fully the transformation which map means shifts G onto H. So this shifting on this. So if you look at carefully, this is the same, only y coordinate is shifting. Actually, you can say that I have a negative 1, or I can just sake of understanding this graph I show you. So you can say that what is the turning point of this? 3 and minus 1. 3 and minus 1. Hold on, 3 and minus 1. X is 3, y minus 1. X is 3, these are 3, and minus 1. Okay, x is 3, y is minus 1. How I know it? Because you know how to get a turning stationary point from here. And what about this one? This one is same, but there is a plus 1. Okay, so it means it is I just make a copy and I'm pasting here. It is slightly up here. Only thing is there's a plus 1. So he's asking, this is a h of x, this is a g of x. So he's asking us what? He's asking here that what is going on g onto h. So you can see that it is shifting from here 2 units upwards. How come? This negative 1 shift to plus 1. So negative 1 shift to plus 1. So this is a 2 units upwards. So we can say here, because he was asking transformation, so we just say that it is a translation by x0, y positive 2, because going upwards. Make sure not h onto g, G onto H, G onto H. So I hope so the point is very clear. And let's go for next part. We'll have a look now. This is October 2023, 12 variant, question number 6. He said equation of curve is given this and find the coordinates of minimum point. And how we can do it is very clear. Find derivative 2x minus 8 plug in derivative 0 to x minus 8, and I get it. 8 goes on the other side, x becomes 4. Plug in this back equation to get a y coordinate. So 4 to power 2, negative 8, 4 plus 5. 16 minus 32 plus 5. This gives us negative 16 plus 5, give us minus 11. So because a plus x square is a point of minima, you can see from here, and this coordinate, minimum point coordinates are 4 and minus 11. Okay, what he's asking further, he's asking from us, this curve is stretched. The curve is stretched parallel to the 2 stretch factor of 2 parallel to y-axis. So stretch parallel to y-axis. Okay, and translate it for 1. So look again, this is a y-axis 2 times. So it means it will go upwards 2 units. Okay, y coordinate will change, but x coordinate will not change. And then 4, 1. So 4 rightwards and 1 upwards. So look, they are same direction, or order matters. So if we do stretch before, translation later, or translation before, stretch later, answer would be different. And what he said, but he given us then means we are bound to follow first stretch and then translation. So let's see, find out the minimum point of the transformed curve. So this curve equation, so copy and I paste here. Okay, so this curve, this I have it. So he said what? So first of all, he said stretch factor is so parallel to y-axis, x remains unchanged. So this value will becomes into 2. So into 2, when it goes into 2, we got a 22. So it means it is a negative 11. And so I can show you here. This is like this. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. If I show it this point, because it's below x-axis, it will stretch downwards. So I will get another here, this one, okay? And this is, so this y coordinate becomes into 2. So I get negative double 2. I hope so clear. So this will stretch, this is but x remains unchanged, because in stretch parallel to y-axis, x remain unchanged. And now this point 4, 1. So 4, 1. So 4, 1 and 1 upwards. So I think we have to show both here and 1. So what is going on? So 4 and 1. Okay. So 4 and 1. 4 and approximately here. So actually what is happening? First it's going this diagram, and now it's going this diagram. Okay, and how are we doing now? Because in this 4, I must add 4. So 4 negative 22, I will add 4, 1. So I get an 8 and negative 21. It means final answer turns to be 8, because he was asking coordinates. So 8 negative 21. Sorry if this is 21. Because if I add them, so this 21. So our final answer is coming 8 negative 21, because it will move 4 this way and 1 upwards. Okay, as I said before, 4 and 1. So I hope so the point is very clear, and I show once again 4 rightwards and 1 upwards. Okay, so I hope so the concept is clear, and let's go for next question. Next question we have here, October 2023, 13 variant, question number 8. Okay, before we start this question, we must know one special graph, and it is a sine curve. It is at 90, this is 180, 270, and 360. I mean, it's 2 pi. So curve goes this way, then comes down this and this way. Highest value 1 and lowest value -1. And there's a pi. But look at here, if you look, if we concentrate, what is a pattern here? Okay, so you can understand from here, uh, because if you check it, this is the highest one, this is zero. How much gap? This one. So this gap is, you can see from here how to get this gap, this and this, because this gap is negative and this positive. So if I want to find this gap, so how could you find it? 5 pi by 3. And this gap is 5 pi by 3. And this is a negative pi by 3. So negative pi by 3. Take LCM. I got a 4. So wait a minute. Let me check once again. This is a, wait a minute. This is a 5 plus 3. This is a 4. And 4. Yeah, this is a plus 1. 6. Yeah, this we have to add because we need this add, not minus. So plus. So we got a 6 pi by 3. We got a 2 pi. It means this gap is 2 pi. Normally, we gap full curve is 2 pi. But we can see this is a half curve in 2 pi. Repeat my words. So normally we have full curve come in 2 pi. But now you can see this part of curve is having here. So it means we have a half curve. And you know, for your knowledge, this is called number of cycles we can multiply, okay? So this is a, or we can say stretch factor as well. So, and is a stretch factor, so is a half. And we can see half curve come from here. So A value is turns to be half. And how I got it, I repeat again, normally we have a 2 pi total, but now we have a, you can see this 2 pi is coming in this half curve we have, okay? So this point is very clear. And how to get the other value, we have two techniques. I just addressed that one. So let's say actual, because actual graphs start from origin. Actual graphs start from origin. So if I follow it, so this is a pi, is a peak value at pi. You can see P, because if we go backwards, so this P is a pi here. So this graph comes this way. Wait a minute. And graph goes this way. So this is my actual graph, okay? But if you look at carefully, this graph is going how much left side? You see how much is moving left side? It's a very clear and obvious. We can say it's moving pi by 3. So we can take directly is moving left side pi by 3. Okay. So you know, I said before, so this negative sign is fixed, this negative is fixed, and this is going left side. And this negative into negative become positive later on. So this going left side, negative, but here negative pi by 3. So negative, positive pi by 3. So I hope so. The point is very clear. So we got a second answer. So how this graph is shifting. So B value is, because this is a translation, you know it very well. So B becomes pi by 3. So this is a one way. Second method, if you want to find this pi, because this point lies on it. And what is the coordinate here? X is 0, Y is 0.5. Although he said state. Stating means directly answers. But we can work out even we get a full marks for not, no problem there. So Y is equal to sine half X plus B. I can plug in 0.5 here and 0 here. So half, or I mean 0.5 sine half 0 plus b. So sine goes there, becomes sine inverse. Sine inverse of 0.5. This give you pi by 6. And so is a multiplying, this not adding. Okay, pi by 6. It multiplied there after cancellation. We got a b value pi by 3. So this is a second method to get a pi by 3. So below we have another part. He's saying there's another curve, and equation curve is this has a single stationary point PQ. All right. And he says very simple. There's P and Q coordinates of that point. The curve is transformed and given this a formula. So for the transformed curve, find the coordinates of stationary point, giving answer in PQ terms. It means we have a we can say here, 1 minute, please. Okay. Yes, we can see here. Uh, let's say we have a coordinates of that point is PQ according to question. Okay. And he's saying that find the coordinates of this. So how we write it? First, we write this. We can multiply inside 104 times 2x plus 2. I just taught you one thing, okay, that whenever we can transform 104x negative 2. Now, if you look at carefully, what is how to deal with this? I said there is a some method to do this one when I have a inside. So when I have inside comes, so outside we deal BODMAS property or BIDMAS property, multiplying and then addition. But inside whenever comes, so first we'll deal plus and then multiply. So this property we will follow here. It means in this situation, we will follow first translation, okay, and then we talk about 1/4. This is stretching. And when we finish this, then we come out. So first of all, I will apply translation. And what is this? Is a translation or translate by -2 and 0, because it's translating x-axis. And then we have to follow that. It's called stretch parallel to x-axis. And stretch factor is, we're getting here, reciprocal become 4. Okay, then we have it 4. And last one is outside. Outside we have a 2 actually, but this is a stretch to y-axis, and this is a reflection in x-axis. Okay, both are order is important, but because we can do direct even, not a big trouble here. So although we can say here or multiplying the whole equation -3 even, no problem. But first of all, I tell you, let's try do it. Translation, that one. So it turns to be PQ. If I do like this, so P -2. This is a translation done. After that, what to do, students? After that, we have to stretch 4. 4 times stretch. So 4 times stretch means multiplying, because there's a actually 1/4. So reciprocal is a 4, because you know it very well when it's come inside, and we have to take a reciprocal. And that is why I believe you got my point. It's a 1/4, take reciprocal 4. So 4 multiplying with this. So we get a 4 because stretch parallel to x-axis. So y coordinate is no change up till now. So we got it 4p, 4 to the 8, and q unchanged till now. Okay, now after this, if you look at carefully, this x coordinate is final now. He says, what is this? And both are y-axis. One is stretch parallel to y-axis and one is reflection y-axis. So if I follow it, okay, what happens then? First of all, I can say multiply with this -3, okay, 4p -8 unchanged, and this time -3q, and this is our final answer. But I repeat once again, how I have done it. Okay, first of all, I simplified, make question easier. So first, according to BODMAS property, and inside your reverse, okay, I will follow this first. And then after following this, I will follow this. So that is why 2-time translation, that is why P -2 reason, because this -2 is fixed sign, it's go left side. So that is why P -2. After that, you can see that this 1 by 4 reciprocal become 4 multiply, and stretch parallel to x-axis, y value unchanged. So this is 4 times to that, 4p, 4 to the 8. And the end -3 multiply, because stretch factor is a 3. If I do stretch factor this and then minus multiply with a y, because reflection, actually we have 4 thing we have. And what is this 3 outside? Reflect, uh, sorry, we can write it here, what is called stretch y-axis. This number will not change. And last, we have a reflection in x-axis, sorry. Okay, that is why you multiply the whole. If I want to show again, it's a reflection in x-axis multiply with the -3. Okay, negative, and this remains same parallel to y-axis. I hope so. The point is very clear, and we have done this question. Let's go for next part. Next question. Here we have another question, June 2023, and 13th variant, question number 1. Okay, let's read the question. He said f of x, which consists of 2 graphs, a, b, b, c. So this is f of x. This is f of x. Let me write here f of x. And g of x is dash dash. We can say this is a g of x. He's saying, what is the result of applying a sequence of 2 transmission in either order? So it means any order we can write. And why in any order? Let's see what's happening and state fully the truth transmission. And when we say any order, definitely it means and the directions is not same. Maybe one along x and one along y axis. So let's see what is going on. So we have to move from here to here. So I think this is, if you look at carefully, B is shifting from here to there. If you want to commit here, first of all, what is my belief? This graph, if I move right side here, this is called translation rightwards 2 units. Translation. Okay, and then if you look at carefully, wait a minute, I think, yes. Translation. Okay, yes, we can say. And now, or I think so, if it goes not this way, maybe in this way, we're not getting our answer. Reason, if a stretch, so it will become this line. So it is not be possible, and parallel to y-axis even not possible. So or I think it's okay, or we have to do down also. This is correct, not wrong. This way. So it means it is moving 2 and 2. So it means 2 along x-axis or 2 along y-axis. And now if I do stretch, it is same, because you see same level, and same level. So now I can do stretch also, stretch parallel to, and look, x values are not changing. Sorry, y values are not changing, x values are changing. So it means I can plan here, stretch. This is a translation, first of all. And this is, if I look y value of this and y value is not changing. Y value not changing. This y, so it means stretch parallel to y-axis. Okay, and stretch factor we can find it. So let's try do now proper way. So proper way, how we can do it? First of all, this, if I drag 1, 2, 1, 2 here. So it means 2 right and 2 downwards. So we can say this is a translation by 2 -2, because it's going down, and this is a positive because right side. But afterwards, there's a number 1. Number 2, so what I can say is stretch parallel to y-axis, parallel to x-axis, parallel to x-axis by stretch factor. So what is the stretch factor? Let's try do it. Stretch factor, what is possibility? Because you see, if we try to do it, how it possible and check it. So yeah, so if we try this way, we are not getting the factor match. This is a two distance, and this is a three. Okay, so this is becoming image 3 by 2 is 1.5, but here we have a different 8 by 6. So 8 by 6, and this is not possible to get it. So I think we have to change the plan. So this is a plan. I have to change what? This is a, if it's moved downwards, for example, if it moved downwards, so 2 units downwards, okay, so it means this is a 0, and here -2. So it's not moving here. So now look at now. After this, now you can see what is a gap here, 1. Because first of all, we know, students, x value, y values are not changing for every point. X value is changing. So one thing is very clear, stretch parallel to x-axis, okay? Because x value is changing, y is not changing. But now interesting part, this is 1 gap and this is a 2 gap. So it's with 2 times. This distance is 1, distance is 2. So multiply 2, we get this answer. Let's check the other one. This is a 2 gap, 2 2s are 4, and see, this is a 4. So it's matching. So it means this is also correct. And let's talk about this point, which is 4 units. We can see 4 units, 4, 4. And 4 2s are 8, and check it. Here's 8. So it means stretch factor 2. So I hope so you got a factor 2. So I think now point's clear. And even we do the same process the other way. For example, first I stretch 2 times. So this 1, this become 2 is coming here. This 2 to the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's coming here. This 4, 4 to the 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is coming here. And student, now if I translate how many do you 1, 2. So we get the same answer. So I have seen that if you go any order, even so order not matter here. Okay, it works. And reason is what? Because this parallel to x-axis and this is x-axis 0. This is moving this way and this moving this way. They have different directions. So order not a matter. I hope so got a point. Let's go for next question. Okay, student, this is a question. We have June 23, second variant. We question number 8, but we are not doing this all parts. We are focused only transformation. So what a question we have, a given a function here, which I'm writing, g of x is equal to 3 plus 2 times to sine 1 upon 4x. Okay. So he's saying describe fully the sequence of 3 transformations which can be combined to transform sine of. So it means actual parent function is this. So sine is a parent function. And he said that make clear the order in which the transformation are applied. So first of all, according to the BODMAS, first of all, we have to talk about inside. After finishing this, then we talk about the multiplying factor outside, and then we talk about 3. This order must follow it. Okay. So what is this, students? Inside a bracket is called stretch parallel to x-axis. Look, I show back. So this is inside a bracket, stretch parallel to, sorry, this again, this x-axis, not y. X-axis and reciprocal the function. So let's start. So what I can say here, students, so I write number 1. So it is stretch parallel to x-axis by factor. You write full factor word or stretch factor, same thing. Factor, because it's 1 by 4, make it reciprocal, it give you 4. Second option. What is this outside is multiplying outside is called stretch factor, but y-axis, sorry, I show back. So this multiply outside stretch parallel to y-axis is same number. So it means stretch parallel to y-axis by stretch factor, and this number will not flip. This flips, okay, but it will not flip. This will remain 2. Third option. What is outside? You know, outside adding is always is a translation y-axis plus, so upward, negative, so downwards. So that's it. And is adding outside. Translation by 0.3. I hope so. The point is very clear. Let's go for the next question. So have a look here. We have done this one. This is a question we have given, okay? And I show you what is the basic criteria we have. So we have the multiplying factor inside. According to BODMAS property, inside we follow first that, then we talk multiply, and then we talk about this 3. So I think clear idea. So this is a reciprocal I showed before even. So this is a reciprocal become 4 and parallel to x-axis. This is a remains same parallel to y-axis, and this 3 is a translation by 0.3. I hope so. Got a point. Yes, student, this question we have June 2022, 11 variant. He said the parent function is sin x is transformed to this function, and describe fully a sequence of the transformations that have been combined to make clear the order. Order is important here in which the transformation are applied. And very interesting part, you know, I said before, in the bracket, we will not follow the BODMAS. We'll go reverse. We'll not do multiplying. But first you do subtraction. First we do subtraction, then we do this one, okay, and then last one we have this one. So what about this one? This is called translation. And you know, this is minus is fixed sign. I show you. Negative positive 30. And this is because I said before, this negative is a fix. So this is a translation. So first of all, I'm writing here, number 1, translation by column vector 30 degree and 0. Okay. Number 2, what is this? This is called stretch. Stretch parallel to x-axis. Because you saw, I said in the bracket is x-axis. I show again, inside the bracket is x-axis and reciprocal. Outside the bracket is y-axis stretch and remains same. I think got the point. Hold on. Okay. So number 3, parallel to x-axis, this one, and stretch factor by factor. So make it reciprocal. So 2. I believe you got a point. And last is what outside is called stretch parallel to y-axis. I said outside y-axis, inside x-axis by factor. This remains same 4, no change. I hope so. The concept is clear. Let's go for next question. So this is a question, October 2022, 12 variant, question number 5. He's saying this question, this f is transformed to g, okay, and x stretch parallel to x-axis half and followed by translation 0, 1. So let's see how we can do. First of all, half parallel to x-axis. So there's a parallel to x-axis, y coordinates will not change. So what is this is currently at 1. So this becomes, it will shift here. It will shift here. Okay, but y coordinate remains same. 3 here, 3 here. And what about this student? This is a 2 for 2, okay, and make it half. So this will come, it will come here, 1. How much this away? 4. 4 make it half. We got a 2. So it will come here. Okay, what about this? This is again 3, because it's 3, and make it 1.5. 1.5 is here. And this is on y-axis will not shift anywhere. So I believe you understanding what is going on. Okay, so this is a stretch parallel to y-axis, and now he said 0, 1. What is 0, 1 means? No motion along x-axis, it will move upwards. So how much upwards? 1 unit. So 1 unit means move, 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 and stop. And this is my final answer. I believe you got a point. Now I said if one expression for it, and you know it very well, expression for g of x. So g of x in terms of fx. So first of all, we'll talk about this one because our translation. So we can write this both together, even no problem. This 2x, but is outside, so plus 1. So I think you got a point. So Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Let's go for next question. There's another question, students. We have October 2022, 13th variant. And what a question he has asking here, that is a point of maxima 812, the point of minima 80, and combine two transmission circle. He mentioned circle, okay. And first transmission is applied by 7 over 7 negative 3. Okay, second transmission is stretch parallel to y-axis. Okay, state the scale factor of stretch. So actually what I feel, because this circle, this is actually circles, okay, but this point is not moving. So one point is very clear. This is point remains same, and circle is naturally, because this is a boundary limitation, you see. So circle will stay in this boundary limit, but where circle could be here, here, where's could be, you know. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so we can say that, see, it could be maybe anywhere, but I think it would be here, must touch. So this is a circle I must get. Now you ask me that what is the reason it must be here? The reason is very, very clear. Okay, because this point is a origin, and it's a point 0 distance, 0 into scale factor remains same. 0 into 0 into expected given, hold on, all that we've defined. Okay. And now he says, look at here, this point is a level of 2, and this point is 3. How much this one? 6 by 2, we got a 3. And what about this point? This is 8, and this point is 4. So 12 by 4, again 3. So we can say that this circle is a 3 times stretch factor. So what is stretch factor? Is a stretch factor. Or scale factor of stretch is equals to 3. I said that find the radius of the original circle. So naturally this 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So the naturally radius is 2. Okay. Find the coordinates of center of circle after translation has been computed before stretch is applied. So this is actually before stretch applied. And what is center of circle? 8, 5, 8, 2. So 8, 2. And now what's the last part? State of coordinates original circle. And original circle is actually, this is 7 negative 3. It means it is 7 rightwards and 3 downwards. Then I reach at this point. So it means after translation of this, I reach in this one. So if I go backwards, totally backwards, 3 upwards and 7 this way, I will get my original answer. And he is asking to find out the original answer. So naturally, so if I do this one and backwards out my 7, so it becomes what? So out of 8, 7 gone, 1. Let me write first here. And this point will go 3 upwards, so it is a 5. And let me check again. Out of 7, say, yeah, 1, 5. So this is our center of circle, which we got it now, 1, 5. Because, if 1, 5, we have it, and we add 1 and 7, I get 8. And in this 5, if I get out of 5, we subtract 3, we got a 2. I think the point is very clear, and question is completely over. Let's go for next question. This is a question we have, students. This is October 2021, 13 variant. And what a question he is asking here. He is here asking that this F is transformed in this one. In this, and he said correct order. So this order is very important for your knowledge. This is what is called translation y-axis. And what is this negative represent? Reflection in x-axis. Okay, reflection in x-axis. I can change the statement like this. Y is equals to f of x plus 3. Okay, so we deal first this one and then we deal outside. So what is this? First of all, I can see here this is negative multiply is called you can say there's two things we have, okay? But I think we can reflection, or we can say, but reflection must be multiply the whole function, okay? This cannot be reflection, it must be stretch. So number 1, stretch parallel to y-axis, because outside by factor -1. Number 2, what is this outside? Translation by 0, 3. Second option we have, if I take negative common throughout, I get this form. If I get this form, what is this now? In this sense, we can say this is a translation, BODMAS property. So when we have bracket given, we always first deal inside, then deal outside. So what is this number 1? What is this called? Inside translation by 0, -3. And number 2, what is this outside? Now it's reflection, because multiply the whole equation is called reflection. This is not a reflection because it is only multiply function is called stretching. So this is called reflection. Okay, reflection in x-axis. I hope so. The point is very clear and the question is completely over. Here's another question. We have tan graph. Tan graph, basically tan graph is like this. So basic tan graph is like this, when we have asymptote at pi by 2. Gain graph like this. So this is pi by 2, but in this question, the asymptote is not pi by 2. Asymptote is 3 pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, sorry. So it means the asymptote, it means originally we have this, this line, but it shifted here. So we have to want to check how much this gap. So that will help us. So that is a 3 pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 pi. LCM is 4, 3 pi minus 2 pi, and I got a pi by 4. So this B value I got translation because it is shifting, you see, originally the line was here, asymptote is shifting here. So this shifting X shift, how much? It is very weird, very clear, is a pi by 4. Okay, this is clear because this negative is fixed, as I said before. Now, what is afterwards? We can take, we have many options we have, but I think this point is very crucial. This point, X is pi by 4, Y is 1. So this point, I can plug in and get the answer. Y is equals to A tan x minus pi by 4 plus c. So y becomes 1. And pi by 4, a as it is, and pi by 4 minus pi by 4. This gives 0, 0 into 10, 0. And I get ultimate, and this whole 0. So C value is 1. So C is translation. So this inside translation, outside translation. So it means short story, you can say there's a translation is pi by 4 and 1. So this is done. Now what's left? Left behind. C, I got it. B, I got it. 1 left. A left only. How to get A? How to get A? A is, this is you can say this is a multiplying factor. Stretching, you can say here. So how to get it? We have given this point also, x0. Sorry, this is a graph. Normally we have this pattern here. Okay, but this graph is shifted here. So let's see how we can find it. We have a coordinate also given here. X is 0, y is minus 1. Wait a minute. Yeah. So I'm going to put this value, x is 0, y minus 1. Where? In this equation. So when I plug in this equation here, y is equals to a unknown 10 x minus pi by 4 and plus 1, because we have every value, and x, this minus 1 come in the place of y. A unknown 10 0 minus pi by 4 plus 1. Negative 1, this minus 1 goes there, negative 1. A times, what is this answer comes? Negative 1. And is a negative 2 equal to negative a becomes 2. And I hope so. The concept is very, very clear. So alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Question is, there's another question we have, student June 23, first variant. Question is what we have. He said this two transmission which F onto G. This is shifting on this. So I think it is a very clear, this diagram, if I drag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then I think this become alignment, you see. So then it's stretch parallel to y-axis. Okay, so first is translation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 for translation by -6 and 0. And then what is this? Now stretch. How much stretch? Check, please. Is it 3 boxes? This 6. So 6 by 3 is 2. Check this one. What is this? 3 boxes is 6. 6 by 3 is 2. So stretch parallel to y-axis. Because x values are not changing. Stretch by factor is 6 by 3, it becomes 2. So I think idea is very clear. And the question is completely over.